Hello and welcome to Dave the Suit Horses for the Notebook series. This is a return of the very popular series where I put out horses which viewers have sent in, which were unlucky in running or the horses weren't trying. To kick us off, these are horses which I personally saw run at Doncaster. I've got 4 of them and 2 honourable mentions. Here's the first one. This is trained by Charlie Hills and it was ridden by Jason Watson. Lincoln at Doncaster, straight mile. The horse we're interested in is in the green colours, drawn in 11. I can't stand this side angle that they do from the stalls, but here we go. So it's coming out of 11 in the green colours, which is just there. There he is. Now it's come from stall 11 and they come right across this side of the track. So as you can see, we're roughly halfway and he's right here. About 4th from the back. He's got 1 wall of horses, 2 wall of horses, 3 walls of horses and the 2 leaders directly in front of him. I mean, it's just a perfect pyramid of horses in front of him and 2 either side. There's nowhere for him to go. So now we're at the 3-po. He's still got 2 rows of horses in front of him. So what the jockey does, he starts to ease him out to his left. Very slowly does it. So it's going easily enough, but I mean, just look, he's virtually got every horse in front of him. Here he is. Now he takes a little tug there, watch. Oh, you can't see, he just goes out of picture. Takes a little tug, takes it out. Look, there he goes. Steering it out, which is not where you want to be. You want to be here somewhere. Comes down the middle of the track, probably not the quickest part of the track. The quickest part seems to be where these 3 are, here, more or less, this golden line, if you like. Gives it a little tap there, stays on well, but I actually think he's on the slower ground. Stays on well and finishes 4th. I thought that was a good run. First time out for the trainer, first run of the season. This is Galeron, a 5-year-old, now trained by Charlie Hills. Let's go back a bit. So it used to be trained by Charlie Hills as a 2-year-old. Won at Goodwood on Good to Firm over 6. And then won at the Curragh in a 2-year-old. Very valuable £500,000 race on soft ground over 7. The following year, as a 3-year-old, it came 4th. At Newmarket in May. The Champion Series of 2,000 guineas. Now, it was a big price, but it doesn't matter. The horse came 4th in the 2,000 guineas. It was then tried in Group 1s, Group 3, where it came 3rd. It was then sold, or moved, should I say, to this woman, Annabelle Neesham, who ran it in Australia, of all places. So all these runs were in Australia. And she never won. Never won with it. And then that's the run I've just shown you. Doncaster in the handicap. Mile straight. And it came 5th on its first run for Charlie Hills. Off 102. I think they'll drop it a couple of pounds, probably giving it down 100. And it was drawn 11 that day. Well, there you go. Galeron. It's running off a mark of 102. That was the first run for the trainer in this season. Now, he did have it before, but he spent a season in Australia. The woman who trained it didn't get a win out of it. Prior to going, it was running in group company. It's running off a mark of 102. and it should be capable of picking up a decent handicap, or maybe a classified stakes or a listed. Galeron, put it in the notebook. Here's my second horse that I saw run at Doncaster. It was ridden by Enzo Crublet, or Crublet, who claims 3, and the trainer, not very fashionable, David Menouzier, who's half decent actually. It's the Spring Mile, and the race is basically up to 90 handicappers, and it was running off 85. Here's the run. This is the Spring Mile. The horse I'm interested in is this one here, in the green and white colours, drawn in 22. Let's watch the race.
Completes the line.
Let's turn him
Set
off.
to go.
So, here he is. Green and white colours, far left as you can be. So we've got a couple of furlong, and we're next to last. Now, if you look at the moment, there's a huge gap up this rail. I'll probably get maybe 2 horses up here, but he's tucking it in behind horses. The jockey is Enzo Crublet, or Crublet. Probably Crublet. He's a £3 claimer. Let's see how he handles this horse. Now here, I thought maybe he's going to try and get up the inside, but this gap is now not as big as it was before. I think an anorexic would have trouble getting up this, between the rail and this horse. And you can see there, it's right against the rail. I don't think there's enough room to get up there without barging this horse out of the way. So there's nowhere for him to go. These are all rowing. Now he's got a funny style. He waves his elbows out, a bit like a demented chicken with its wings. He's got no style whatsoever, and I don't know what he's playing at. He's not pushing the horse. His elbows and that are going up and down, but there's not a lot of pushing movement with their arms. There's nowhere for him to go at all. He stops riding. He's like, what shall I do? I'll just wave my arms about. I don't know what he's doing. The horse, is he pulling it right? Is he pulling it up? I mean, he's not riding it, is he? There's nowhere to go. The horse is hanging into the rail maybe, or the jockey's... Well, what is the jockey doing? Not a lot. He's not riding it, is he? Just shade it. You could just grab hold of its mane and give it a good... Now the gap's genuinely there. He gives it a slap, but I don't know why he gives it a tap. But, I mean, never in contention, never in a good position. Where's he finished? 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's have a look at the actual form of the horse. So the result of that race, Thunder Roar was the winner off 91. Pearl Eye, the positions got reversed. They were well clear of the third. Mayal, which is rated 90. Surrey's Shadow, which is rated 87. Arthur's Realm, an old favourite, rated 87. Elm Rock, rated 85. And this is a 4-year-old off 85. There he is, Enzo, the old Crublet, or Crublet. David, very unfashionable trainer actually, David Menouzier. Now it's had 7 runs on turf, one on all weather. Best it's done is a second. Now I don't think that was a bad run. It is a maiden. I think get a proper jockey on. It'll have come off for that race. It's been gelded. It's its first run since being gelded, and after 54 days off. It can pick up an 85 race easy, if not a 90 race, I would argue. Get it in your notebook. Prometheian. Well, as you can see, the jockey, he wasn't that good, was he? He's flapping about there like a crazy man, like a chicken. If you look at its form, it does find trouble. It does find trouble. I just don't think he gave it a very good ride, to be honest. But Prometheian, one for the notebook. It's running off 85. It should be capable of picking up possibly even a 90 handicap or an 85 off top weight, and the mile doesn't seem a problem. Maybe get further. My third horse for the notebook, trained by Pam Sly, and this time ridden by Oisin Murphy. It's a 6 furlong, 95 handicap, and this was on the Sunday, the day after Lincoln Day, at Doncaster. Let's have a look at the coming out the 13 stall in the green colours with like an orange stripe down. Let's have a look what happens. White cap, here it is. Took a tug there. Now what the jockey's doing, he's trying to get some cover. He's trying to tug it in behind horses. And he's just behind this one in the blue and yellow. But let's see what he does. Not only does he tug it in behind the blue and yellow, he tucks it in behind every horse under the sun. So ignore this far group, completely ignore it. Basically, he's second to last in this near side group, Doncaster. Now he's even put it even further behind now. Now let's have a look at some of these as we approach the two. These on the inside are being pushed along. These are just starting to push theirs along. Watch the one in the white cap. Now we're at the 2 pole, pushed along, pushed along, pushed along. He's absolutely pulling the cart. Look at this. He's not moved. This one's rowing, this one's rowing, this one's rowing, this one's rowing. These are in full flight. He's not moving. Look at this. He's motionless. Look, he's just hit his. He's pushing his. He's thrown the kitchen sink at this one. And he's motionless. We're inside the 2 furlong pole. He's motionless. But you can see these on the far side. They're well in front. Still motionless. We're coming to the 1. Look, the 1 pole's here. And he's motionless. Now he just started. In fact, I don't even think he started to push yet. Does he realise he can't win? Is he not bothered? Who knows? I mean, he's got all the room in the world. You know, he could go for it. But he's not bothered. Just pushing along, pushing along, push. Did he wave the whip? Did he give you a little tap there? You're not going to catch him. You know that. You're not bothered. Stays on. Hands and heels, eases it a little bit and finishes 4th. The winner, Dark 30, rated 86, second 84, third 91. And here's Oisin Murphy for Pam Sly, rated 86 on Physique. And he got pulled before the stewards. He'd got more excuses than a doctor's sick book. I mean, I'm not going to read it out. If you want to see it, go and read it yourself. Let's have a look at the horse. Physique. So it's a 5-year-old gelding. It's had 18 runs on turf, 2 wins, 3 seconds and 3/3. And we can throw a 4th in, can't we, for where it did the other day. Let's see where it wins. Well, it's won at Newmarket over 7 on good to soft, and it's won at Galway on heavy, and won over 6.5 on soft, where it lost by an 8. It does look like it might need a little touch of cut. It's got a bit of decent form on good to firm here at Goodwood and at Limerick. But it does look as though it needs a bit of cut, but it did have it. On that day, it was good, touch of cut. Now, it's actually won off 86. And it's running off 86. And maybe they're trying to get it down a pound or 2. But the handicapper will not put it down when it's been pulled before the stewards, even though it's finished 4th. Well, it got more excuses there than a doctor's sick notepad. Now, it has run okay on good to firm off 86, and it has won off 86, but it does look better with cut in the ground. Needs a bit of juice, I think. Obviously, it was Doncaster. The ground was, goodish. There was a bit of juice in it. Oisin Murphy. I'll let you judge whether or not you think he tried. But Physique, for me, That was a 95 handicap. It's a 5-year-old, running off 86. It could definitely pick up a nice handicap. My last horse featured, trained by James Horton, ridden by Adam Farraher, who I'm not too keen on, to be honest. It did run off 82 in this race. It's now running off 83. I think it's pronounced Dolce Courage or Dolce Courage. Here's the race. 7 furlong handicap at Doncaster on good ground. The one I'm interested in is coming out of the 6 box. Watch it as it comes out. Well, it just stays there, right, basically. These are all halfway out and he's just stood there. Oh, it's come out. He's decided to walk out, and I mean he has walked out. So here he is in the white colours, being bustled along to maintain his position in last. So he can't make his mind up whether he's going to go left of this horse or right of this horse, and he settles on, no, left, no, right. Yeah, we're going, no, we're going to go left. No, we don't know. We're just going to stay in last. Now, he still doesn't know where he's going, does he? He went left. He's coming right again. He's going left. He's going left. No, he's coming right again. I mean, what's he playing out? We're at the 3-pole here nearly. It's only a 7 furlong race, and you're there. And where are you? Well, you're in last, and there's clear daylight between you and every other horse, including the ones in the stable. I mean, look at this. So he's still behind horses, and he's still in last. It's coming round now. Now, he gives it a crack here. Now, really, you want to be coming here, but the horse hangs left. Watch. Goes left. It's going away from the whip. So he tries to straighten him up again and bring him, and he's lost another half a length to a length there. Now, he gives him a whip on the left-hand side. Now, we're at the furlong pole, and he's still got 5 lengths to make up sunshine. And then he's going left. He's hanging left again. So he's got the whip in the left hand. He gives it a crack there. Now, what I want you to see is he tries to go past this horse with the noseband. The jockey, in the yellow and black colours, punches the horse in the face. I kid you not. Watch. Watch. Here he comes. He whips his horse. Watch. Here it comes. The right hook. Boom. Low. Now, is that allowed? The horse loses another half a length. Gives him a tap there. He stays on. He kind of straightened up a little bit, and he finishes 4th. And here it is. Dolce Courage. Trainer, James Horton. Adam Farraher on it. It's a 5-year-old. He had the tongue tie and the blinkers on for the first time. Rated 82. The winner was 84. It was a straightforward 7 furlong handicap on the straight course, obviously. Now let's have a look at Dolce Courage. Now what's interesting about this horse is that was its first run on turf. It's 2 from 6 on the all-weather. And it was rated 82 for that race, and it's been put up a pound. It'll be fighting middleweights next week. So there it is. There's not much to say. It's reasonably well handicapped. First run on turf, it was rated higher on the all-weather, 89. And it last won in 2023 on the all-weather at Southwell and Newcastle. Now, it used to be trained by John and Thady Gosden. We'll be hearing more about them in a future video. But it looks ready to win. Maybe a better jockey, maybe. Not great, was he? Now, that was its first run ever on turf. It has had 7 runs on the all-weather. That was its first time on the turf. It's had 2 wins on the all-weather. Usually has a tongue tie. He did have a tongue tie on that day, but it was in first time blinkers. Now, the jockey couldn't keep it straight. It was hanging left, and then it got a bit of a right hook. It's quite interesting. You don't see that very often. It is a 5-year-old gelding. It can pick up a race off this mark, 83. The horse should stay a mile. 7 furlongs and a mile. I can't see any problems. Should be winning soon. So that race was 7 furlongs. The horse should stay a mile. I can't see a problem there. And it should come on for that race, first time on the turf. I'm going to give an honourable mention to 2 that I saw run in the Brocklesby. You've got to be careful with the Brocklesby. The horses that run there, they tend to be very short next time out, especially if they run well. So the first one, it actually came third, is Exclamation. It was very badly drawn in 17. It was slowly away. The jockey, Finlay Marsh, he took the horse over to the far side of the track, and it was in the rear. It was only beaten a length and a half in third. It was all over the place. It wasn't overly harsh on the horse with it being a 2-year-old. I think it can win, but be careful with the price. The second one in the Brockles became 7th, ahead of Fashion. It was placed in the pack, these are my notes, not really anywhere to go, was switched and lost a little momentum, ran a little green, and it was never placed to challenge, and it was tenderly ridden in the closing stages. That's ahead of Fashion, which ran in the Brocklesby. Don't play them too short. So they're the 2 honourable mentions. So I'm going to put a special out on Tuesday featuring one specific trainer and some of their horses I have seen run, which I think should be winning next time out. After that, there will be another one probably in a couple of weeks, and they'll probably be every 2 weeks up until mid-May, maybe the end of May. So if you see a horse which you think was unlucky in running, or a jockey that maybe wasn't trying as hard as Oisin Murphy was in that earlier race, put the name of the horse in a recent video of mine, or the most recent video, put the name of the horse, the track where it ran at, and the time of the race. I will look at the replay, and if I do think there is just cause to feature it, I will feature it, and obviously I'll mention your name or your handle that you've got on Google. So this is Dave the Sue, horses from the notebook. Let's hope we have a greater season as we had last season. We had some massive winners from the notebook. I will feature here and here somewhere 2 videos. Click on the videos. One is how to use a tracker, and the other video is how to profile a horse. Until my next video, Horses from the Notebook, this is Dave the Sue. Be lucky. Bye for now.